Hello, everyone. So, when Greg initially asked me what would I talk about today, or would I come and speak to, the members of 100 State, I initially said yeah, but I didn't necessarily know what I was going to talk about because VNM's a cool company, but we sign a lot of NDAs, so we can never really talk about the projects that we work on. And so that's the irony in having a cool marketing agency, is like your portfolio is a year old. So going from there, I wanted to look back and tell my story, or my experience as a member at 100 State. I was in the old Ian's Pizza building when we were actually at 100 State, and now transitioning to 30 West Mifflin because I joined as a freshman and now I'm a junior. And the one thing that I could take away when looking at all of my experiences at 100 State and what it means to me to be a member was risk, right? When I first joined 100 State, it was a group of guys, Nico, Andrew, Michael, and Megan, and a bunch of people, and they were just saying, hey, just come to this building, and it's going to be a bunch of people, and we're going to be working on stuff. It's a co-working space. I'd never really heard of a co-working space at the time, right? And it was a risk, pay $30 a month or however much it was, and you'll be a member. And so I joined, and I took one thing from that, right? It was the art of collaboration. I'm seeing teams, I'm seeing people start startups, I'm seeing people find themselves, right? And then 100, I think it was, what was it? It was the TEDx Madison that occurred, right? And I met Felix Albright, my co-founder for VNM USA. And it was at that moment we went out and we decided we're gonna start a company, right? And a year later, we went and got an office at 100 State, right? And each step of the way, it was a risk that we took or embarked on, right? And the one thing that I want to say to everyone here is continue taking risks, because your future self is looking at you right now through memories. And if you look back at yourself and you're regretting, it's not going to mean anything, right? And what we're doing now is we're actually transitioning away from VNM USA. VNM will still be a company, but the team at VNM, we're working on a new project known as 23Vivi. And what 23Vivi is, it's an online marketplace for digital art. And the risk we're taking here essentially is we're taking the risk that people really are going to care about these digital files that we're going to say has value, right? Artists spend a lot of time creating digital artwork, and right now anyone can just copy that digital file that they have and send it to their friends via email or put it on Tumblr. And essentially the artist gets no attribution, there's no intellectual property really. And so we took this technology known as the blockchain, and we spent a lot of hours and time figuring out how we could get the blockchain to correlate with digital art. And now we're launching a marketplace next Tuesday. And that was the risk that we took from just being in an office space. If you want to think of anything, like most startups, they start either in a garage or someone's bedroom, right? We started in a 100 State office in 30 West Mifflin. And from there, I'm going to give it to Henry from Mobgraph.